Oh, that's a good feeling. Getting a kill with somebody else's gun. Not just somebody else, but the enemy gun. Oh yeah, that's how you build a streak. Actually, I'm on a streak. I am on a streak right now, and you wouldn't believe it, I'm 12-7, but I'm on a streak. And boy, how many times have you gotten into a game and realized that you were getting killed by connection, not your enemies, not because your enemies are better or out shooting you or out positioning you or just better than you. You're getting killed by connection. You saw there I got a stalker, 10-point streak to get stalker, and I'm 14-7. So that tells you I was 4-7 to start the streak. 4 deaths, not too bad. 4 kills, not too bad at kills. 7 deaths that were complete BS. One included a maniac that was ridiculators. Oh my gosh, thought I was gonna die. I started watching the kill cams after the first couple of deaths because I knew something was going on. I knew that there's no way I should be dying that quick. So instead of getting out when I realized it was a connection issue, I decided I'm going to have to figure this out sometime because too many of my games have poor connections. So this is the video I made. I did get a good streak in this. It was a, I don't know, I think it was a 15 or 16 streak. But with a poor connection, that's like a double chem strike. I mean, almost with poor connection. But, you know, not really. You just have to play the game differently. So what I'm going to do is give you a couple tips. I'm going to give you 5 things that'll help you get these streaks with a bad connection. Or not just with a bad connection. Maybe if you're not the greatest player. So it's either bad connection or maybe not the greatest player. Maybe you just need a couple of advantages. Maybe you're close to getting some streaks and just need something to push you over the edge. And this isn't going to make you necessarily a pub stomper, but I'm also not going to say that some of these tips aren't used by pub stompers. Once I did this, I went back and watched some videos to see, you know, how this differs. And what I noticed was, oddly enough, a lot of these pub stompers play the same way. So these 5 things, in fact, I'll bet that these 5 things you could find several pub stompers doing all of them. In fact, every one of these 5 things. But here's where my streak ends. Another complete BS death. On my screen, it looks like he's shooting to my side, but it's because on his screen, I'm where that side already is. Just complete BS. But that was my second kill, 2 deaths, and here is the BS Maniac-alicious death. Are you freaking kidding me? Do you see where he was? I'm just loading that armor up. He's beside me 3 feet facing the other direction and kills me. Schmope. What? Oh my gosh. Check this out. Let's stop it right where that right there. Next frame, he kills me. Boom. Are you kidding me? That's OP. We got to fix that. Come on, Infinity Ward. We got to fix that. We got to fix this quick scoping that you said didn't exist. Check this out. Quick scope sniper. Bam. 1 shot. Are you kidding me? My screen isn't even red. It's got 1 bullet hole in my screen and I'm dead. Oh wait, that's not a sniper. That's an SC 2010 assault rifle. Did you hear how many rounds got in me? Did you hear that? I don't know if you can hear that on the video. Let's play that again. 6 rounds he gets into me. I only hear one. Well, I didn't even hear one. What happened was I was dead. I didn't see one. I didn't hear one. So here's where my streak starts. This guy just killed me off a spawn, so I knew he was there. So I get him. I pick up his weapon, and it falls right into place. I had at this point changed what I was going to do, and picking up his weapon really helped me out a lot because what I had was a silenced AR-12, and what I needed to do was keep things close quarter. So this worked out really well for me. Other than this first kill, which I'm really glad that this guy wasn't looking at me because I didn't know where he was to begin with and he would have killed me for sure. But I changed what I did. I changed, the main thing that I changed was I realized I'm not going to be able to go anywhere near the spawns or the flags. I'm not going to be able to cap any flags because, you know, I was 4-7. The 1 cap that I had at that point was the opening flag. And every other place I went on the map, it seemed like I was getting killed, whether I was trying to flank around and get C or go for B. So I knew I was going to have to not actually play on the objectives to play the objectives. What I was going to have to do is try to just kill as many enemies as I could, get as close to their spawn as I could, and kill as many of them as I could and keep them from, you know, when we're trying to take B or take C or A or whatever, try to keep them from getting there. That was the only thing I could do was to build a streak and prevent theirs, frustrate them, and, you know, if I could spawn kill them. I'm not really familiar with the spawns and where I am going to flip them and stuff like that, but in fact, this right here, I was playing the middle section and something flipped because they were getting Alpha and we were getting Charlie. But so here are the tips. Number one, I did play the map differently, but the tips are dead silence and amplify are an absolute must. Absolute must. You have to do that. You have to sound whore, and that's what I've been doing all through here. And what it really helps you do, which is, you know, it's not really a tip, but it's something you have to keep in mind through this. You want to kill as many people as possible from a position of them being surprised. You don't want them to be, you don't want to go head up like this. Here's a head up one, and I didn't hold it down because the recoil would have killed me. But head glitch if you're head onto them, but head glitch and get them from the side, get them from behind. You have to do that. The time to kill here is so ridiculously short that you absolutely have to do that. You need an advantage, and that's it. So you need dead silence and amplify. You have to sound whore. That's the only way to put it. Don't be afraid. Don't be ashamed. That's what we got to do. Those of us with poor connections and those of us who are average players, we got to take advantages of whatever we can. So dead silence and amplify to sound whore. Again, I mentioned navigating the maps differently, and that includes not playing on the objective. If you've got a poor connection, you are going to get killed quickly off the objective, just like anywhere else. And this is about where the video initially started. Instead, you want to navigate the maps to stay out of long lines of sight and stay away from the hottest flags. If there's, you know, usually the B flag's the hottest, especially in a map like this where they're linear. A lot of the maps in Ghosts are in a triangle as opposed to linear. But the linear ones, it's always going to be the B flag. The triangle type maps where the flags are in a triangle, it could change. It could be a different, you know, it could be A, it could change, it could move around depending on who you're playing and stuff. But stay away from those. Do not be in the hot spot. Be on the peripheral of the hot spot. Be on the perimeter. Doesn't mean that you have to always stay on the absolute outskirts of the map, but you have to stay on the outskirts of the activity, and you have to stay off of the main paths to travel. What you want to do is hit them from a different position. Like this guy, he's coming up here to camp. I took him off guard, head on, almost died, and that's what you want to do. If you notice, especially through this area, what I'm doing is I'm hitting these from different angles. I'm trying to get different angles so that they aren't going to see me, and they aren't going to get a jump on me. I'm going to get a jump on them. So navigating the maps differently, controlling an area of the map. I'm trying to control this area of the map right now. This is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to kind of troll back and forth. I'm protecting this area. I'm hoping that what they'll do is they'll spawn here and I'll kill them, you know, frustrate them, kill them quick, get them to chase me while we can get the B flag, stuff like that. Next is slow down. Slow your play down. Don't be afraid to do what I'm doing right here, which is just waiting for somebody to come around. I'm not camping. I'm not sitting there aimed down a line of sight waiting for somebody to cross it, you know, down a busy line of sight. But what I'm doing is I'm just being patient, and that's a horrible thing for me. It's very difficult for me to be patient. But you have to be patient. Right here I'm playing the objective because we're capturing B and we've already got A, and capturing B I figured would be a huge distraction for them, especially since I just killed a bunch of people from here. But what really happened was we lost A. So anyway, the fourth thing is Stalker. I would move Stalker from a 10-point streak down into my default class. And here's why. And that death pisses me off. That was another connection death. Here's why. A lot of YouTubers say that they have Stalker on the ARs and they have to have them because they can avoid deaths and win gun battles. They can avoid the enemy fire and win gun battles. And that is not true. I haven't seen anybody anybody win a gun battle on Call of Duty Ghosts because they had Stalker and moved out of the way of the bullets. Check this out. Whoa, 6 or 7 rounds there, and I saw 1. What they use Stalker for is ADS. They ADS all the time, around corners, down straightaways, down lines of sight, all sorts of ADSing. I do a poor job of that. I didn't realize that till later, but Stalker is very important so that you can ADS all the time. And you should, and I'm going to try to do that more, and maybe I'll even post a video on doing it. But it gives you the advantage because you're ready to fire. And here's the last camper. I heard him. Look what he does. He pops from the side. He was camped up there in that window. Are you kidding me? Quit camping. So anyway, those are the 3 things, or the 5 things. Dead silence and amplify to sound whore. Navigate the map differently. Control an area of the map instead of going right on the flags or the objectives. Slow down your play. Be patient. And then finally, use Stalker and ADS all the time. If you got this far in the video, please hit like. If you're new, hit subscribe. And until next time, here's to bridging the gap.